Hello, Libra gang. This is Rebecca at the Elephant Key doing your April reading. I don't choose when I'm doing the readings. I don't care about monetization. If it helps somebody, if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, I mean, look at some other readers. God knows there's a ton of them on TikTok. It helps me with practice for my private readings, and I enjoy it. And if it's helpful, that's great. Let's see what we have for you, Libra, for the month of April. We've got so much shit going on this month, planetary-wise. Different shifts. Libras are special people in my life. Judgment. There's been a crossroads. Looking more in the past. Something may have been resurrected. You could be tossing ideas around. Maybe trying to figure out your calling. Judgment. Less about being judged and more about things being brought up from the past. Or maybe finding out what your calling is to make a decision. The Sun in reverse. It looks like what your idea of happiness was, what you have always, Libra, kind of thought would bring you happiness, your perception of that has changed. Something about that looks different than what you always thought it would be. Then we have Page of Wands in reverse. Pages are messengers and wands are action. And it's in reverse. So it may be that there could be some miscommunication. There could be some mixed messages coming this month. I mean, we are in Mercury retrograde. And you could be kind of pushed to take action on something based on information that's not correct. We'll get confirmation on this, Libra. Tower in reverse. Whatever it is seems like it's divinely guided because you're narrowly like escaping. You just dodged a bullet. The Tower in reverse can indicate that you avoided a sudden change or you shifted a timeline. Something that could have made a shocking change ended up like you just kind of dodged it. You missed it. You bobbed and you weaved it. Under Judgment, we have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups, that's happy family. You could be realizing something about your family or being at a crossroads in a relationship. The Ten of Cups is something that is like, tens are endings. They're like the completion of a cycle, right? And so you could have come to the understanding about something. Healing a resurrected wound that's brought you happiness and joy in your family. That could be happening this April. And the Sun in reverse. By the Hierophant in reverse. I feel like, so the Sun in reverse, your happiness is looking a little different than what you expected it to, Libra. And the Hierophant in reverse is because you're taking non-traditional outlook on something. You're doing something in a way that hasn't been done before. You're taking on you're embarking on something that's fresh for you. It's different for you. And then with the Page of Wands in reverse. Something's been misconstrued. The Chariot moving forward. Somebody could misinterpret your actions. And you're able to move past it. And it ends up, there needs to be a conversation about this. There needs to get some clarity on this. You may end up moving forward on something without all the information. But it ends up with that Tower in reverse. And what do we have for that Tower reverse? the Nine of Swords in reverse, and the Four of Cups. You're not wanting to take this opportunity because you're so focused on what you have in front of you. It's like your plate's full. You don't really want to take on another thing because you don't want the anxiety. You don't want the stress of it. And I think by not putting another thing on your plate, you're avoiding a tower. Let's get some more confirmation on this Judgment and the Ten of Cups. They're both... You just want your family to be happy. You want everybody to get along. You want everything to gel. And you're at a crossroads with something. You don't want something else to be resurrected. The Lovers. This could have something to do with a relationship. You may be coming to a crossroads in a relationship, Libra, where you want to find your happiness. But you may be kind of trying to decide what direction you want to go in a relationship. What's this? The Hierophant in reverse and the Sun in reverse. Can I get some confirmation on that? Doing something non-traditional. Your happiness is looking a little differently than you planned. The expectation isn't meeting the reality. Seven of Swords. You could be finding that somebody has piecemealed information to you. Sometimes the Seven of Swords can be like a betrayal. You could have been betrayed by somebody, or somebody wasn't completely honest about something they did, and it disrupted what you thought your happiness was going to look like in April. And the Hierophant in reverse. Hierophant is usually the marriage card, and it looks like there's maybe something being put on hold. The Five of Pentacles. You could be feeling a little left out in the cold, like your feelings aren't being considered. It could be that somebody's pulling back their time, energy, and resources, or you're feeling a deficit of that. You could be feeling like you don't want to be a charity case. You don't want to be looked at like a charity case, but you still need help. You're still needing assistance. And maybe something you said came across like you don't want it, or the Queen of Wands. You're stepping into your strength and your courage, and you're taking action on something. The Queen of Wands is direct. She's purposeful. She's compassionate, and she is able to maturely convey what it is that she's feeling. She doesn't say things just to say them. And I think that you're kind of adopting this archetype. What is the advice? You got to be clear. You got to say, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to pay attention to what I've been taught in the past here. I mean, I'm not going to fear this. I'm not going to let fear leave me stagnant. I'm actually going to pursue what it is that I want to pursue. And I'm not going to let anybody make me feel guilty about it. The action is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You don't have to have it all figured out, Libra. Sometimes we kind of worry about what people are going to think of us, and do we have it all together. And we're not supposed to always have it all together. It's okay to not know. It's okay to not have all your shit and poop in a group. Four of Pentacles in reverse. You're being kind of asked here to kind of tighten up on your finances. You got to tighten something up. I don't want to see anybody get their identity stolen here. It kind of looks like that a little bit. And the Four of Swords in reverse. This is not the time to rest. And the Empress on the bottom of the deck. That's what's up. You're powerful this month. It's just that there's been so much miscommunication, and people are like dedicated to kind of misunderstanding you this month. So be clear, be purposeful, be driven. Don't take for granted that people can understand what your motives are. Sometimes you're gonna have to explain it.